day, viewers, and welcome to another episode of Government and Public Service Reports on Atlantic Television Network right here in Port Harcourt. News, events, and stories abound in the state system. ATN's appetite for in-depth, unbiased, and factual reportage is the driving principle for this program in order to bring government activities to the doorstep of the people. And now let's go over to the highlights of today's reports. In Ekiti State, government resolved chieftaincy disputes in Ikole. In Lagos State, government commemorates 2024 Tree Planting Day. And federal government repatriates 190 Nigerians from United Arab Emirates. And federal government go for a short break, and when we return, we head straight into the details of the news today. Stay tuned.
Country illegally. That is amazing.
Honorable
you human trafficker.
Honorable they are not picking our calls. They made up their minds.
So no agreement with the EU, but
Welcome back, and now let's dive into the details for today. Rivers State House of Assembly at its 4th legislative sitting of the second section drew the attention of the House again to the fact that given the combined provisions of sections 121 and 122 of the Federal Constitution of the Federal Republic of Nigeria as altered, Governor Siminalayi Fubara has flagrantly continued to violate the Constitution by spending from the Consolidated Revenue Fund of the state without an appropriation law. Debating on the statements by the House leader, members in unison and in strong terms condemned Governor Fubara's wanton disregard to the Constitution despite repeating reminders of the consequences of his actions, thereby expressing their support for the shutdown of expenditure from the Consolidated Revenue Fund of the state forthwith.
We are so mature enough, even after the government failed to do so. called for 7 days to do so. As the speaker today, the 7 days has expired. What the leader has said, nothing is wrong with it.
So I align myself with what the speakers before me.
Chike Amehule stated that it is unfortunate that Governor Fubara now sees violation of the provisions of the Constitution and judgments of courts as a way of governance, adding that as representatives of the people, the House would not look the other way while the governor consistently tramples on the Constitution he swore to uphold. The House therefore resolved to write to the governor intimating him of the shutdown of all expenditures from the Consolidated Revenue Fund of the state. The House further resolved to notify the federal government, its relevant agencies, banks, local and foreign donor agencies of the development, and to advise them not to have any transactions with the government of Rivers State pending resolution of matters relating to the 2024 appropriation law.
Today is the 15th day of July, 15 days after the expiration of that window provided to the governor by the Constitution. The governor has blatantly refused to present the appropriation bill to the Rivers State House of Assembly. Distinguished colleagues, the leader and other members have opined that the only way to go now is to declare a shutdown of expenditure of Rivers State. The implication for our members is that the governor can no longer legitimately authorize expenditure from the Consolidated Revenue Fund of Rivers State, and by extension, all ministries, departments, extra-ministerial departments, agencies, commissions in Rivers State are no longer permitted to spend taxpayers' money.
Analysts have decried dissatisfaction following the reoccurring disregard to the rule of law in the state. A political analyst, Emmanuel Warner, on Atlantic Television Network's program Open Conversation, stated that only strong institutions make a society and not strong politicians, and disregard to the rule of law.
I'm not surprised. Personally, I'm not surprised that it appears rather than politics revolve, bad governance that, adversely affect their welfare. And so it becomes very, very important that leaders should try and see how they can obey court laws and, of course, confirm. Of course, there is also punitive measure to that effect. And that also explains and we are aware of the fact that court ruling forms part of the case law. It's one of the sources of you know.
This is coming as the opposition All Progressive Congress in Rivers State on Sunday called on Governor Siminalayi Fubara to respect last week's judgment of the Supreme Court, which declared it is illegal to run local government areas with caretaker committees. Now, there's more news to come, but don't forget you can still connect with us on and watch us on our ATN socials, Facebook and YouTube, Atlantic Television Network, Instagram and TikTok, Atlantic TV Network 1, including other well-meaning individuals in the region to unrelentingly support the current administration of the Niger Delta Development Commission in the discharge of angry chiefs too must be receptive to your reconciliatory and reconciliation moves, she said. Speaking during the parley, the petitioner Chief Ayola lamented how his position was being allegedly undermined by the monarch using the move on the regulation and clampdown of prices increments in Osun State. Speaking on Atlantic Television Network's program called Society Watch, a public affairs analyst, Paul Irimiyaha, expressed his view.
It means he has so much love for his subjects. It is only a good father who watch out for the welfare of his children. The owner of Ife has done what a lot of traditional rulers have not been doing. I will even say the government, because it is the right or the duty of every government to protect and care for the welfare of its citizens.
This is coming as the leader of the market heads in Ile-Ife, Osun State, Akinwande, or groups in the town over their roles in the current high cost of food items in the community. He said groups of traders and water resources in conjunction with Lagos State Parks and Garden Agency, last park, on the weekend commemorated the year 2024 Tree Planting Day in Lagos Mainland Local Government. The event, which was in line with the Lagos State Government's theme
people illegally. You human trafficker.
Honorable Stephen,
Oh, what you change from your motor? What you change from? Full light. Fuel gauge. Speedometer. For what you know, you for come out for home my motor. I bet you don't for me. Okay. Oh. Now don't do something we corrupt. And do something come backfire now go. You can't define how to dodge them. What you talk?
From the line across the ocean to the land beyond the mountains, through the Sahara, we bring on-the-spot news, live analysis, expert discussions on trend. Stay focused on the fact today, only on ATN.
People into the country illegally. That is amazing.
Honorable
You human
On the point of order.
Honorable They are not picking our calls. They made up their minds to these people.
Glad to have you back on Government and Public Service Reports on Atlantic Television Network, and now to the rest of our broadcast. 5 a.m. today, they were received by a combined team of government officials led by National Emergency Management Agency. Upon arrival, the returnees were profiled and documented by relevant agencies, according to a statement by Bashir Idris Karga, a director in NEMA. He said they were also sensitized on the importance of exhibiting decorum and responsibility as they reintegrate into Nigerian society. The federal government urges all Nigerians, wherever they may be, to act as exemplary ambassadors of their country, upholding the fundamental values of patriotism, rule of law, decency, and integrity, the statement added. Federal Capital Territory Police Command has banned the Islamic Movement of Nigeria, IMN, from staging any protest in the nation's capital. The command Ade, in a statement on Monday night, raised the alarm, stating that the proscribed organization, also known as Shiites, has concluded plans to embark on a strategy for transformative growth. Mustafa said. MBRDA Director General urged that the power of biotechnology should be harnessed for benefit of the country. A former governor of Cross River State, Clement Ebri, said that the current budgetary provisions were not sufficient to support transforming scientific advances into societal benefits compared to industrialized nations. Ebri, who was one of the keynote assistants to reduce high cost of innovative activities. Earlier, Dr. Rose Gidado, Director of Agricultural Biotechnology, MBRDA, and Chairman of Local Organizing Committee, said that the conference was designed on and for a purpose. The purpose is to advance knowledge and foster collaboration in biotechnology for betterment of humankind, she said. Highlight of the presentation of awards of excellence and certificates of recognition for outstanding support of individuals, of organizations for promoting roll out 3.5 million meters to enhance power distribution and $50 million funding for state solar plant pilots and infrastructure upgrades. It is also planning measures power sector, enhancing energy access, promoting economic growth and development, and of the Federation and the Federal Capital Territory. Consequently, each state has received a supply with each truck containing 1,200 bags of 25 kilograms rice for onward distribution to the Minister of Agriculture had earlier been directed to ensure that food is being made available to Nigerians, and the understanding is that about 20 trucks of rice have already been shipped out, noting that the President Abbas Tajuddin has expressed concern over illegal mining on security of the country. The Speaker, represented by the Majority Leader, Honorable Julius